Welcome, fellow geeks and nerds. Today, I'm going to teach you how to take your hobby desk from this to this, just by using one of these and one of these. And I'll be using this, and I'll be using a free program that anybody can use online called TinkerCAD. Stay tuned, and I'll show you how I did it. All right, so now that we know what we want to build, now it's time to get our measurements. Today I'm going to work on doing the Vallejo paint range, but you can also do the Army Painter, which is the same size bottle. We have Pro Acryl, Citadel paints, and you can even make any size you want for any size paints, any size pots. All it takes is just a little bit of measuring. So what I'm going to do is use this basic little caliper set that I got off of Amazon. I think I paid like 20 bucks for it. First thing you want to do, obviously, turn it on. Make sure it's zeroed out. I like to just open and close it a few times. Make sure that it shows 0. If it doesn't for some reason, there's a little button here that just says 0 on mine. Yours may be different. Just make sure that it shows all zeros. And now what we're going to do is we're going to just take a measurement of our bottle. So we got 24.23. I like to just take the bottle out, and now you can see we are not zeroed. So we are going to hit that 0 button. We'll do a measurement again, 24.19. Close it. And this is the disadvantage of getting the cheap ones from Amazon. But we're going to get about a consistent right around 24.5 is kind of what I like to do. So now for all of my bottles, I like to go up 1 millimeter just to give yourself some playroom. If you go exactly at 24.42, it's going to be really tough to push in and push out or pull out. So what we're going to do, again, we're going to record this as 25.5. I always like to go up 1 millimeter and then round up, just so we're not doing strange math with odd measurements. So we are going to go 25.5. Make sure you write that down somewhere, and we're going to take that over to the computer and we're going to start modeling. Here we are over in TinkerCAD. Some of you eagle-eyed viewers may notice I showed that at the beginning I was going to be using my Mac Mini to do this. Unfortunately, I just don't have my recording software set up on the Mac right now. This can be done on Mac or PC. So once you've created your free account, you can log in, create a new project, and you'll be starting on this screen here. Pretty simple. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to make a quick little test cube. We know from our sizes that we measured earlier that our Vallejo bottles are 25.5 millimeters. So let's just start off with a little basic cube. We're going to make this 30 millimeter cube by a 30 millimeter cube. And the height right now should be pretty good at 20 millimeters. You can increase that or decrease that depending on how you want your bottles to sit. And now we're going to take in a hole. Try to center it as best as we can. We'll get that taken care of here in a minute. We're going to go 25.5. And make the other side of the circle the same, or else we'll have an oval. Now what we can do is select all of the items, and up here at the top, we just have a little button here. I'm sorry, this one right here. That allows us to center the items. So you hit the bottom center, the side center, and now our circle and our cube are perfectly centered. We're going to drop this down till there's about 2-3 millimeters at the bottom. That allows us to make sure that the printer is going to have enough material underneath. We can select all of our items, group them, and now we have a solid with a hole. Now at this point, you can export that and you'll have a single paint bottle holder. But obviously what we want to do is make multiples. So I'm just going to ungroup those. I'm going to bring this out to be 220 millimeters. And then I'm just going to start copying and pasting. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this. I use a different program. Personally, I'm just showing you the free way to do it. I use a program called Shaper 3D, which gives you a little bit more control with spacing. Again, we're just going to copy these over. We're going to copy and paste, move them over until we get about the entire spot filled up. Now we're going to do our little trick that we did earlier. We're going to select all of the holes, and we're going to center them so that they're all on the same plane. Now what we'll do is we are going to take those holes, group them, and then we'll select everything, center it, and now they're perfectly centered. At this point, you just group them again, and now we have a bunch of holes. So at this point in time now, what you can do, start copying and pasting. You can move this over, keep them in line, raise it up, make sure that they're touching, group them, and now we have a little step ladder. But we don't want to have this overhang. We're just going to create a box. We're going to start to drag that over. We know it's 220 millimeters. We'll drag that over, select it all, and group it. And we can just keep doing this over and over and over, and eventually you'll have a paint stand. At this point in time, once you get to where you want it, up here you have a little export button. We can export it as an STL file, and we'll just call this Vallejo paint holder. Open it up in your slicer of choice. I use Bambu Studio for my Bambu printers. Loading the file, and it is ready to print. And here we go, just a couple hours later. Let's take it over the bench, see how it works. All right, we got it on our hobby bench. And you can start filling it up with all your favorite paints. Like I said, you can build it up higher, extend it further, however much your print bed will allow. It allows you to see colors, storage, and eventually, once you get everything taken care of, you can get yourself a full paint system, just like that. But I made this with my filament cheaper than what I could getting those flimsy laser cut cardboard pieces off of Amazon. And it's much more customizable. I can make it the way I want it and not have to buy something that somebody else has already made. Hopefully this quick tutorial has been informative enough to get you started with the basics of 3D modeling your own tools and accessories. Please leave a comment below on what I can do to improve the videos, things you'd like to see for future videos. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it enough to get notified for future videos. Or not. It's up to you. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and stay geeky, you nerds.